be quiet, zip it. Let your actions speak for themselves. That we keep each other grounded. I like that we keep each other like, you know, happy. That I have learned this far is to shut up. Stop telling people your every single move. Who's watching me right now, if you want to learn any new hobby, any new routine, just do it. Feeding the brain is something that is so healthy and so important. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. How are you guys doing today? I am doing amazing. If this is your first time seeing me, hey, my name is Brianna. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I do everything lifestyle, beauty content, vlog content, just so that you guys can see the everyday of my life. And of course, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning to another video of mine. And let's get right into today's video. So as you guys can see, I have my wonderful Christmas mug. I got this mug from Hobby Lobby, you guys. When I say she's amazing, look at the detail of the handle. Love her. Okay, so I am drinking my coffee just so that I can feel very comfy, although I already do feel comfy. I'm in my PJs and I feel great. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little sip. That is a good cup of coffee. That is a great cup of coffee. I did the damn thing with this one, okay? For sure. Yeah, she's good. Alright guys, so let's get right to where the hell have I been? What has been going on in your girl's life? What is new? Let me catch you guys up. So I have my old phone here just so I can stay on topic, stay on track. I basically have wrote down some questions, and I also have some, like, you know, questions that, you know, my friends and also people that have DM'd me over the months that I've been gone, that have been wanting to know, like, what's new in my life, what's been going on in my life. So we're just gonna dive right in. Okay guys, so the first question that everybody wants to know: where the hell have you been, Brianna? What is going on in your life? Why have you been missing for almost 8 months? Or probably is 8 months, really and truly, I don't know. But what's going on? What's tea? So I'm gonna bring it back to you for you guys. May of 2025, your girl finally graduated college. I now have my degree in business administration, and I am now also pursuing my second degree in management / marketing. So yay me. Your girl finally has her degree, and in the midst of me doing that, I was so happy, to the point where I was in the moment. I was feeling all the emotions. I was feeling like, okay, like, what's next in my life? Where do I want to go? Hello. And I was also working a part-time job at the same exact time. So I was kind of in a point where I was just like, I was putting myself in this box and not only being focused on finishing my degree, graduating, and then being in the moment of that, and then working this part-time job. And I knew at the time, the place I was working at, there was going to be a job opening, and I really and truly want to actually secure that job, because I knew that the job was good, I knew the benefits was good, I knew that the pay was great. So why not get, like, you know, like everybody loves to say, your first big girl job. Little did I know that that job was going to be literally a lot. And I will get to that. I went through the emotions and I applied for the job. I basically made sure my resume was on point. I made sure my cover letter was on point. I basically had asked my boyfriend, I had asked one of my friends, and I had basically, you know, went through and asked a bunch of like professional networking people that I had knew, and asked, like, you know, if my resume, is my cover letter good? They all said yes. Boom, go ahead, apply for the job. Applied for the job, got the interview, got the job. Yay me. So I was, of course, you know, it's so happy in the emotions of actually going ahead and like securing my first big girl job. Of course, some of you guys may or may not know, I am in my late 20s, and of course I live at home, so I'm just like, I'm ready to get the ball rolling, go ahead and get this job so that I can move the hell out. And in the midst of me doing that, you guys, I really felt like I was on the right path. And I feel like at that time I was still on the right path, and I needed to do what I had to do so that I can get to point A, which is where I started, to move to point B, which is my next journey. And I went through the job, felt like it was a great, you know, move for me. Felt like I was able to not only get bills out of the way, not only make sure that my you know, credit cards and things like that were on point, and making sure that, you know, everything that I needed to get done was to get done. But at the same exact time, I knew that this position that I was, of course, in, I knew that it was going to take a lot out of me. So therefore, I made sure that I was grounded. I made sure that I had a schedule. I made sure I stuck to that schedule. And in the midst of that, I kind of lacked in certain areas of my life, such as my physical, such as my mental, such as my emotional health. And not only I feel like also I lacked in my social life as well too. So really social life, talking to my friends, no really social life of doing content really, which is something I love. And I was very honestly like unhappy. And how I knew that this job at the end of the day was not for me is when I knew that my physical and my mental health was declining. When I tell you guys, I barely ate, literally barely ate. I remember I was, yes, still on my health fitness journey. However, I knew that I was doing, at the time I was doing it properly. And I knew when I got this position, I knew that, okay, I will have a lunchtime, I will have time where I can, you know, sit there, eat, and still be on this proper health journey. However, me only having breakfast, and then I became a really high coffee drinker, which is now why I'm able to drink coffee, because beforehand, I never really was able to tolerate coffee. Like, my caffeine intake at the time was so high, to the point where I used to have a little bit of caffeine and my nerves were off the roof. And I believe I have spoke about that before on my channel. Either way, I was drinking coffee, I was eating maybe once out of the day, and that was it. And I was never able to actually sit down and have a full-on like lunch time to myself, where I'm actually saying, okay, I'm gonna have some grapes, I'm gonna have an actual sandwich or a salad or something to fuel myself back in and then keep going. No, as soon as I had breakfast, I was on the go, and I hated that. So my physical was declining, and then my mental health was declining so bad. Like, this company I was at, I can say literally it was the worst. I felt like I was in the middle of high school all over again, where there were so many drama-filled people, there were so many problems, there were so many people just doing a lot of, and I hate that. Like, I'm here to work, I'm here to do my job, and that's just what it is. So I knew that once I kind of got into the point where I was always complaining to my boyfriend and saying like the things that I'm trying to do and the things I'm trying to change, and letting him know, like, baby, like, I'm so unhappy. He's like, you shouldn't have to be working. I remember this so crazy. He told me, you shouldn't have to be working at a place that declines your mental and your physical. If you're coming home every single day complaining, is this job worth it? And I'm just like, no, but at the same time, like, babe, like, I'm like, I need this, I need that, I have to do this, I have to do that. And he's like, but babe, like, listen to what I'm saying. And I'm just like, you have a point. So I knew around my birthday time, which of course you guys were not even able to see that, but my birthday is in September. And I knew around that time, I was just like, I know that my journey or my chapter at this job is coming to an end. And I remember literally the ending of September, we always had like a monthly meeting towards the ending of the month. And I remember going in that meeting and I remember just not being like in tune. And I remember I had to stay back because, you know, the higher ups, administration I should say, wanted to talk to me. And they were just always saying something like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're not being like your authentic self. And I'm just like, how? Like, I'm giving this job like my all. Like, I just don't understand, like, how am I not showing up? And all I knew is that I remember texting my boyfriend, I'm just like, I'm about to leave this place. And he's like, just wait it out, this, that, and third. I'm just like, no, baby, like, I know my time here is about to be done. And he's like, yeah, are you sure about that? And I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, pray on it. I kid you not. I went home that same night. I prayed. And I remember saying, if this place is not for me, dear Lord, take me out. I kid you not. That week later, they called me in for another meeting, and basically it was like a whole like situation that happened. And I remember saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to handle it. And that Monday I went to work. Everything was fine. Everything was smooth. No one really just gave me any type of like side eye, but I forgot in my gut feeling I knew like something was going to happen. And that Monday, sure enough, they called me in for another meeting and they were just like, you know what, I don't think that this is working out. And I'm like, you know what, I couldn't agree with you. Like, I feel like this is just not working out for me either. I don't think this place is worth my lack of physical and my mental and how badly I'm pouring in, and it's like it doesn't seem like it's enough. I don't think that this is working out either. And I went to my office, I packed up all my things, and I left. And that's when I knew that my journey, my time had come to an end. And it was ready for me to actually say, you did exactly what you needed to do, and now it's time for your next chapter. It's time for you to move on. And that's where I can say that's what the gist of where exactly have I been within the last 6 to 8 months. So let's move on to what's next for me in this lifetime. So as you guys know, like I said, I basically am back in school. I am now pursuing my management / marketing degree. Basically, I want to be a manager in marketing, or more so higher up in marketing. So I'm now pursuing that degree right now. It's only going to take me like, I want to say maybe a year or maybe a year some change. So I'm really excited for that. So I am back in school. And I start in January of 2026. So basically I have like another like a month and a half, a little bit to myself, and I'm very, very excited for that. So I can say that, boom, you guys, I am so happy I'm able to do this, and I can't wait to see what's next in, you know, my life. So there's that. You know, the bottom of what's going on with YouTube and why am I rebranding myself. So if you guys know, I started off this channel basically with a friend of mine, and we basically have parted ways, so I have made the channel mine. And then I went to the point of like, okay, like I wanted to do at the time reviews. And of course I have like one review video on my channel, and I was like, okay, cool, reviews is something like, you know, people love to hear me talk, people love to hear me do things. Cool, that video has done wonders on my channel, where I'm just like, okay, I love getting into, at the time, you know, and I still do, but like I love getting into like, you know, beauty, as in like makeup and like skincare and like what's good and what's not good. So I'm just like, okay, boom, I'm gonna make, you know, beauty reviews and like doing all that good stuff. And then I feel like, okay, that's cool, that's doing good on my channel. And then I was just like, you know what, maybe I should do like, you know, go ahead and do shop with me videos and do like, you know, beauty content, like shower content. And then it came to the point where it's just like, I felt very, okay, yes, it's doing wonders on my channel, but I felt like I don't want to get like, you know, basically, which is what it was, like I didn't want to get naked taking a shower on camera at the same exact time, although you don't see certain body parts, but it's just like, I just did not want to do that anymore. So I'm just like, okay, what can I do to still talk about beauty products and things like that without getting in the shower? So it was like, okay, now I can do shop with me's, but not go to the certain extent. I can do certain beauty, like, you know, hauls of like, what's my favorite, you know, this, that, and third, what I did not like, this, that, and third, and go on from there. So it came to the point where I was just like, okay, boom, I needed to rebrand the beauty area in my life, you know, lifestyle content. Basically, you guys can see me do the everyday of either makeup or talk to you guys about, I don't know, what's going on in life or something, or a new book that I like, or I don't know, maybe some vlogs of stuff, like, so that you guys can see what I do on a regular day basis when I'm not, I don't know, whatever the case may be. So boom. So that was kind of like why I wanted to rebrand myself. And on top of that, to be honest with you, I kind of also got discouraged when it came on to making content. I felt like YouTube is so hard to grow. And I think that because, like people say, you have to be consistent, which is, yes, true. But also I feel like you have to know what your niche is to attract your audience, attract your community. And if you don't have one, no one's really going to watch your channel. I can say that someone commented, I believe, on one of my videos, I think my last vlog that I just posted, I believe the lady was like, oh, has it been 4 years since I've been doing, you know, content? And I'm just like, has it really been 4 years? Or has it been really more so 4 years since I've been just uploading? And I felt like it hasn't really been 4 years that I've been on YouTube, but it has been 4 years since I have been, like, you know, going through the motions of not only getting a degree, not only going ahead and doing, you know, YouTube, but it's like, it's been a while since I've been uploading. And it's like, I'm only at 525 subscribers, and I'm appreciative of every 525 subscribers, but I know that I can see myself going further. So I can say what's next for this channel is that I'm going to have to not more so speak it, but I'm just going to have to show my actions. I'm going to have to, of course, come on, upload, and do my damn thing. I can say any person who is trying to make content, any person who's trying to become a successful YouTuber, someone who is starting off small, even if you are just trying your hardest to just sit here, pick up your phone, trying to vlog and sit here and say, you know what? Hey guys, welcome to another X, Y, and Z video. You're going to have to literally be consistent. You're going to have to know that you're going to have to be someone who is true to yourself, and know that if this is not working out, stop and rebrand and do it again and do it again and do it again. Starting over and doing it again will always help you in the long run. Always. So there's that, okay? Question I can say is, how am I doing mentally and emotionally now since I have left that job? And I can say, now that it's been a month since I have been gone from that place, mentally I am thriving. Emotionally, I am thriving. I know that I have now got myself back on track where I want to be in life. I want to know that not only am I going to go ahead and succeed when it comes on to school, but I know that I'm going to succeed when it comes on to any area of my life. Prayer helps me so much. Literally talking out my thoughts to not only my close friends, but also to my boyfriend, and giving him certain things and letting them know like what it is, that helps. If you have a support system, talk to your support system, because they are going to help. But if you want to be someone who is closed off and not really say much, then talk to the Lord. Journal. Even if you have to use it in your notes, type it out and go from there. That's something that I also am big on too, even if I don't want to always, you know, say anything to my close friends. But I am going to tell my boyfriend for a fact. But type it out, journal it. put whatever you need to do on paper and keep it to yourself. One thing I can say that I have learned this far is to shut up. Stop telling people your every single move, every single thing that you're going to do. Be quiet. Keep it to yourself. You want it to be done a certain way, keep it to yourself. And that's something that I can very much so tell you. Keep it to yourself. Okay? Routines and habits, I can say setting a certain alarm clock in the morning. So for right now, I can say that I have gotten myself to wake up around 7 o'clock, sometimes 7:30 in the morning, making sure I do my daily routine, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, fixing my hair. If I want to wear makeup, put a little light, concealer, powder, a little blush, go on about my day, get dressed up, and if I'm staying in the house, still just put on some cute lounge wear and just go on. And that's what I do when it comes on to me feeling grounded, having breakfast, writing in my journal, listening to a podcast, reading a book. Like as of right now, I am reading The Let Them Theory. When I tell you, this book right here is so freaking good. I have literally been told to read this so many times. And one of my good best friends literally said, Brianna, buy this book. You will not regret it. And that's exactly what I did. I bought the book, I read it, or I'm still reading it, honestly. But bought this book, read this book, and when I tell you I've been obsessed, I've been listening to so many podcasts. I've been doing so many good things to the point where I feel like my head is straight. I am leveled. I am one with myself. I'm putting new habits in, and I'm going on with my days. And that's what I can say that's been helping me stay and feel grounded within me. I need to know, have I picked up any new hobbies, any new routines? And yes, I actually have. Since I've been basically kind of pouring back into me, I picked up baking. I've been finding where I've been wanting to learn how to bake. I know how to cook. I'm a great ass cook, but I've been wanting to know how to bake. And in the midst of me doing that, I've learned how to make homemade chocolate chip cookies, homemade oatmeal cookies. I've learned how to make, what else have I learned how to cook? I made pies. I have made, what else? I made a sugar cookie already before. I'm in my baking era. Every single time I keep telling my friends or my boyfriend that, they're just like, where's all this coming from? And it's just because I just want to learn. I want to keep myself going and keep myself moving. So anything that I can tell somebody who's watching me right now, if you want to learn any new hobby, any new routine, just do it. Go on TikTok. TikTok has it all. And do it. One thing I will say 100 times over, if you want to learn something, do it. Don't sit here and say, I'm going to wait till the new year. I'm going to wait until this, that, and third. No. Damn it. Do it. Okay? Please. Do it. What am I looking forward to in the new year? I am looking forward to me just elevating in my best self that I can. Me going ahead and actually sitting here and thriving within my degree. Thriving when it comes on to making sure that myself is better in all areas of life, as in my physical. I am trying my hardest to get back into working out, making sure that I put my health first, making sure that I eat the right things. Not only making sure that my mental health is good, making sure I put good sources and foods and listen to good things as well, and back into my mind. I feel like feeding the brain is something that is so healthy and so important. Reading a book is something I'm challenging myself, is to making sure that I read a lot. I love books, and challenging myself on reading again, listening to new podcasts, but reading my Bible, getting in tune into the Word, and trying my hardest to be in tune and in one with myself is something that I'm looking forward into the new year. It's that I'm of course moving out completely, fully, and being in tune with us and moving forward there, and then just going on with my everyday of what is to come in Brianna's life. Of course, you know, I'm 28 years old and I want to make sure that the last bit of my 20s count. And I'm going to make sure they damn sure count, okay? So there's that. Like, I'm preparing myself for a future improved, better me. So there I can say is something that that is what I'm looking forward for in the next upcoming year. What is the biggest lesson I've learned in my late 20s? There's so many, but the biggest lesson I can say is to shut up. Be quiet. Do not tell anyone anything you have going on that you know that you want to keep sacred to yourself. Be quiet. When I tell you, literally, there's so many goals, so many things I have already planned, and so many things I have already done that none of my friends know. Only my family and my boyfriend knows, and that's it. And of course God, but that's it. Those only when I say family, I say my mom and my sister, and sometimes it's just either my mom, or sometimes it could just be either my sister, or sometimes it's not even them. It could just be my boyfriend. That's it. Be quiet, and no one will know. I can say even this whole thing now, like going back to school, no one knew. None of my friends knew that I was going back to school. Literally, only my boyfriend knew, my mom knew, and my sister knew, and that was it. No one knew that I was going back to school. No one knew that I did anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things in life. Be quiet. Zip it. Let your actions speak for themselves. So that's the biggest lesson I can say I have learned, because before I used to just tell people, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I'm going to go ahead. I have a certain time limit to do this. Be quiet. Okay. Be quiet. Has my mindset changed since my early 20s? Oh my God. My mindset has changed tremendously, to be honest with you. I think that before I was so always just... Before, I want to say I was always just... I wanted to like do it and say everything and just be this people pleaser. And I feel like now I have been more selfish and in tune with, no, what do you want? Stop trying to make sure that this person is happy, this person is satisfied, this person is okay. Are you okay? Are you satisfied? Are you all right? You know what I mean? And I think that once I have gotten out of that mindset, I knew that, Brianna, you're going to be in tune with you. So I can say when I got to my... I want to say maybe my 24th, maybe damn near 25 birthday, I literally had started to shift. And I feel like anyone of my friends, if they see this video, if any of them actually like know, I have shifted and like I have moved when it comes on to certain things. And it's not that I don't want to tell them, it's not that I don't want to like, you know, overshare or anything like that. I just feel like some things you have to be in tune and selfish with yourself. You have to do things for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to be doing a lot and putting yourself through a lot and wondering like, why the hell? And it's just like, no, chill out. You know what I mean? So I think that just being selfish and being in tune with you and knowing how you are, if you're okay, if you want to do this, if you don't want to do this, if you want to go here, if you don't want to go there, that's something that I have said that has changed my life for the better. So yeah, that's something I can say. What accomplishments or setbacks have happened lately? I can say that accomplishment that I was of course proud of can be finding my first big girl job and succeeding and doing and giving my all when it comes on to that. But I don't want to say this is also a setback, but losing that job. But however, another accomplishment would be gaining and regaining myself and putting myself first, and knowing that if you're not happy somewhere, jet. You know what I mean? Leave, go. And I think that that's something where I can say has brought me to a new and improved Brianna. So I think that that is an accomplishment and setback that has taught me a lot lately, is knowing that if you are very unhappy, if it's in work life, if it's in relationship life, friendship life, just your whole, your regular life, your as in yourself or whatever, if you don't like something, change it. And don't do it again. Move on from it. Do not repeat the cycle. I think that's something that I can say that I have learned when it comes to accomplishments and setbacks in life. If you don't like something, move on from it. Leave it alone. That's even another thing I learned. Girl, stop talking. Shut the hell up. Okay? But that is something I can say, like, yeah. So we're gonna jump into my relationship. How's my relationship? What is my relationship status, and what have I learned about dating? So I can say my relationship status is your girl is taken. Your girl is happily taken. Your girl is happily in a relationship. I am ecstatic. I am so happy. What have I learned so far in dating is honestly just being in tune with your partner, being in tune with who you are, being in tune with what you guys want out of life and going after that. I think that since I have been with my boyfriend, we have grown each other in so many ways, in so many areas of life, where there's nothing that we don't share with each other, whether it's good or it's bad. We give each other advice and constructive advice every single day. I think that something that I want to continue when it comes down to me and him is to keep everything fun, which is something that we do. When I say we laugh every single day, we make sure we check in every single day. We make sure that we send each other funny reels or funny TikToks every single day. We date each other, like we pour into each other literally every single time. Anytime we have date night, we are always trying something new. We're always going to certain new places. We're always doing something really fun, and I like that we keep each other grounded. I like that we keep each other happy, and I can say that my relationship has taught me, like I said, it has taught me a lot for a good thing. So I don't know if I will ever introduce but I can say, from time to time you may see a few vlogs and he may be there, or whenever we're home. For sure, I will, show a little something, or like a little few fun little date night things that we may do at the home or out, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm very happy, and we're about to make a year very, very soon. So I'm very happy and ecstatic about that. So yeah, you guys, your girl is, she's happy. I glow every time I talk about him. I glow differently, everyone says. So yeah, that's my partner. So a good one. What's one goal I want to hold myself accountable for? The goal that I want to hold myself accountable for is what's one goal I want to hold myself accountable for? To never give up. Never let anyone discourage you, tell you can't do something, tell you that you're not good enough, whatever the case may be. Don't give up on yourself. If your friends are talking too much, child, mute them. If your family's talking too much, mute them. Be in tune with you, be in tune with God, and know that do not fail. You're not going to fail. Do not give up on yourself. Do not let yourself down. Keep doing the damn thing. Even if you have to, like I said, keep going over and over and over again. That's just what it is. And that's the best advice I can give anyone. Literally, do not lose focus of what you want in life. Keep going. Keep going. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about, you guys. I think that I haven't even touched my coffee since I've been yapping. But I can say that I've had so much fun sitting down, talking to you guys, catching up with you guys, feeling good in my PJs, guys. I got these PJs from Target, and I just wanted to just be in tune with you guys, let you guys know what has been going on, what is next, and go from there. I think that I can't wait to see what is next on my channel and what is to come. So, okay guys, so I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another video of mine. I hope you guys like this little sit down chit chat, life update. Let me know if you guys do. Again, if you are new, please make sure you let me know you are new in the comments. Put a red heart or something so I can welcome you into the family. And of course, if you are a returning community lover of mine, thank you so much for returning. I miss you guys, like I said, so much, and I love each and every one of you. And like I said, yeah, just subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below a red heart if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, of course, comment down a white heart. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next upcoming video, and talk to you guys later.
God, you call me by my name.